Hello students, let us discuss Should Wizard Hit Mommy? It's a chapter that deals with the daily life situation when children demand their elders to tell them stories. They demand for a new story to be told daily, and elders find it quite challenging to search for new stories every day. In this chapter, Jo is a 4 years old girl. She listens to the stories from her father Jack. Jack has framed a basic storyline in which the main character is Roger. He changes it to Roger Fish, Roger Squirrel, etc. etc. And Roger is always in a trouble. To get the solution, he visits the wise old owl. The owl tells him to go to the wizard, and wizard solves the problem with the power of his magic. The wizard asks Roger to pay him, and the number of pennies he demands is always greater than the number that Roger has. Then it is wizard only who tells Roger to go to a place where he can find extra pennies. Roger follows, gets the pennies and hands them over to wizard. Roger becomes happy, plays with his friends and returns home to his mother. His father also returns home. Jack describes their supper. The story ends on a happy note. Jack had started the practice of telling stories to Jo when she was 2 years old. Now Jo is 4 years old and she has started questioning her father whether the stories or account told by him are real or not. This Saturday, Jack has to help his wife in household chores. His wife is 6 months pregnant, and Jack wants to help her so that she does not get tired due to overwork. He is worried about her health. He wants to make Jo asleep so that he and his wife should finish the household tasks. Jack is in a hurry, and this time Jo asks for a story of Roger Skunk. So this time also Roger Skunk faces the problem. And the problem he faces is bad body odor. Due to the bad body odor, Jack makes him a character who is always made fun of by the other animals in the forest. The other animals in the forest don't mix up with him and they make fun of him, due to which Roger Skunk is always lonely and sad. He wants to play with others, but the barrier between him and the other animals is his bad body odor. So he wants a solution of that. To seek the solution, Roger Skunk goes to wise old owl. Owl directs him to go to wizard. Wizard asks what he wants to smell like. Roger asks for the smell of roses. Okay, done. Wizard with his magic makes him smell like roses. Now Roger Skunk has to pay to wizard, so wizard charges him 7 pennies. Roger has 4 pennies. Wizard tells Roger to go to the end of the lane, then turn around 3 times and look down the magic well. Roger does whatever wizard tells him to do. He gets the 3 pennies and pays to wizard. And Roger Skunk is happy. He is happy as he is smelling like roses now. He makes many friends on his way back home. He plays with them and he returns home very happily. But the problem arises because Mother Skunk gets angry when she notices the smell of roses. She asks him about his body odor, that how come that he is smelling like roses. Roger explains the whole incident to her. She takes him back to Wizard. She hits Wizard over his head and makes him turn Roger back to its originality. And Wizard has to. So Roger Skunk starts smelling bad again. Story concludes. Mommy is happy to get her son with his originality. Family has dinner together. Mommy loves Roger and is happy to have her son back. When Jo listens to this conclusion of the story, she gets angry with her father, and there is a conflict between the two. Jo insists that Wizard should hit Mommy back, and Roger Skunk should retain the smell of roses, as he is happy with that. But Jack insists that Mother knows better what is good for her child. And Jack says that he is not going to change the end of the story. It is his story and Wizard should not hit Mommy back. But Jo insists that her father should narrate another story where Wizard hits Mommy back and does not change the smell and the Wizard does not change the smell of Roger Skunk back to a bad one. So she insists that Wizard should hit Mommy back. And the question now, the conflict now is, should Wizard hit Mommy? Now it all depends upon the reader to answer, but the answer should be framed in a logical manner. Thank you very much for listening to this. I request you all to read your chapter and find the solutions of the questions given at the back of it. Thank you everyone.